911 operator 2194.
Yeah, I'm witnessing the airplane is going down. It's off fire on the left wing.
Where?
I'm in the Bronx. It's turning. I don't know where it's going to...
A plane had just crashed into the Hudson River. A US Air, big DC 9 or 10.
1529, turn right 280. You can land runway 1 at Teterboro.
We can't do it.
Okay, which runway would you like at Teterboro?
We're going to be in the Hudson.
Michael Hendrix. I was the sergeant on ASC Rescue, aircraft commander, along with my co-pilot, Detective Mike Cilio, Detective Bill Mundy. We partook in the miracle of the Hudson.
It initially came over the radios of explosions up in the Bronx. At first, you don't think much about explosions. It could have been many things, steam explosions, etc. So it started in the Bronx, transitioned from Hunts Point to now the Bronx Zoo, where there's reports of aircraft debris falling out of the sky. At that point, we knew it was something, but you're still thinking, what is it? We go up onto the Hudson River frequency to see if we can get any information from there, and that's when it started coming in at planes flying low, descending, looks like it's going to land in the Hudson River. And even at that point, we would do 500 SE rescue jobs a year, and you're thinking, oh, another general aviation aircraft, no big deal. We've done that before. But as we got closer and to our descent, we see US Air and the amount of activity in the Hudson River, and this was something we never experienced before.
My name is Detective Robert A. Rodriguez. Me and my partner, Detective Mike Delaney, were part of the air sea rescue crew that day that responded to Flight 1549.
We're in a tunnel. Me and Mike are completely concentrating on getting our gear on as fast as we can. It's a lot of gear, weighs 90 pounds in total when it's fully on, and if you're not proficient at it, it could take anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes, under 5 minutes. If you're proficient at it, but these aircraft, they go pretty quick, and we knew this was a live job, and we knew the pilots were trying to get there as quick as possible, so we had to get ready as quick as possible.
Well, with the river, this flows either north to south, and the current could be quite strong. What could be some of the speeds of the current in the river here?
So you're definitely looking at 3 or 4 knots, which doesn't sound like much, but when you have 3 or 4 knots applying itself on a human being, we basically become useless. We have to actually go with the flow of a job or a victim.
And if you picture this, where these 2 boats are out to the left and we're descending, picture what we saw as we get lower, and it's a moving platform. Everything's moving around, and we have to put scuba in the best spot possible so they don't get injured, the helicopter does not get injured. And you can see this approach that we're doing right now, it's pretty docile, it's slow. Our approach in was, faster than this, because we have people in the water. There's a certain point where it's going to look like we're in a car wash. We're not going to be able to see out of the windows, and without being visibility, like we said, we had all those boats and the aircraft itself. Everything was traveling southbound.
Well, I mean, I can't speak for Mike. I know Mike was he was utilizing all his talent to keep that aircraft on station, keep an eye on us. Once we deploy, he's got to keep an eye on us and keep an eye on his aircraft and keep an eye on everything else going on. I saw, again, we had tunnel vision on one victim. That the people that were standing on the wing, to us, if we were assessing a traumatic situation, we would say they're good. We want to get the people that are in the water exposed to those temperatures that day. So that's when we went for the woman. We got tunnel vision, and when we deployed, we went swimming straight to that victim.
A helicopter, you can see, barely hovering over the surface of the water right there, and you can just barely see the tail of the aircraft staying above the water a little bit. I think you just saw a police diver go off the helicopter into the water once again, we don't have any idea at this time exactly what the situation is here. Who was on the plane? How many people were on the plane? Did they get off? Did the plane basically coast to a landing?
At the time when we did notice the woman separated from the plane, we both decided that it'd probably be best if one of us could strip down into just surface rescue gear. This way that guy could swim faster to the victim. I would stay in scuba just in case we needed the scuba platform itself. So that's what we did. We deployed that way. He got to the victim first because he was faster without the gear. I caught up to him. We managed to get her up onto a ferry ladder with the assistance of the crew. And then we looked at each other and said, it's time to go to the aircraft now. We're done with this part. Let's try to get to the aircraft. Then we started swimming to the aircraft. As we swim to the aircraft, there are boats literally surrounding it on every side. And we were a little worried about getting run over by the ferries. Eventually the radios caught up to the scene. Everybody started to communicate on one channel and said, listen, and I think it probably was Mike that probably put it over in the aircraft that we have 2 divers in the water. Please be advised. 2 divers in the water swimming in the location of the scene. And a path opened up. I swam over with Mike. There were 2 other ESU divers there, but nobody had a tank. I was the only one with a tank. And they entered the plane just at the wing exit area and kind of looked around. They came back out and said, listen, you have a tank. It's probably best you go in there. You're the best guy to do a more thorough search than us, because the plane was half submerged at that point. So I climbed in through those the wing exits, squeezed in really, because my BCD, which is the thing you use to float in the water, was kind of inflated, and I had to squeeze myself into those exits. Anyway, I got inside. I was in the middle aisle, and all I saw was water up to the headrests, and I said, let me go check the bathroom. I always knew in these planes there's a bathroom in the back. Maybe somebody's in there. Let me just do, because I don't see anybody right off the bat. Maybe somebody's stuck in a bathroom somewhere. I started making my way to the aft part of the plane, and I got halfway there, and my partner Delaney signaled to me to get out. He said that the plane is shifting, moving around, it's sinking more. Get out, get out, get out. And that's when I swam back hesitantly, because I felt like I didn't get anybody out of the plane. Because at that time we didn't know that the manifest was 100%. So as I make my way back out of the exit on the wing, that's when my partners, ESU and my direct partner Mike, said, listen, we're getting reports that Chesley Sullenberger, the pilot, was the last one off the plane, and he made sure there was nobody left. He was the last one off the plane. We believe the manifest is 100% success. That's at that point I relaxed, and then our part of the job was over. We swam back over to the launch and extricated ourselves onto the launch.
You know, I used all my aviation skills, every trick in the book. Rob used everything that he did, and between both of that, we were a team, and we could see the successful outcome of the mission. I couldn't have done the job without my co-pilot, Mike Cilio, very professional guy. When the mission was over, I said to Mike Cilio, because he was a pilot in training for the SE rescue position, I said, Mike, we're done with training. There's nothing more that I possibly can show you. You are checked out. And Bill Mundy on my skids with his Coast Guard heritage. I mean, we were a very experienced crew. We were all the right people in the right place, the right time, the right equipment, and we put it together.